Hey everyone, this is Video Game Fan 1999 here, and it is now time for me to do another special here on my channel, and this time it is going to be my 2026 Easter special. Today is Easter, so I'd like to wish you all a happy Easter out there, or wherever you may be in the world. And yeah, I always look forward to celebrating this holiday each year for how much I do enjoy it. And I'm really looking forward to doing this special for all of you out there. And this should be a lot of fun right there for how this is going to go. But yeah, we got a lot of great games here to play here for this special. And I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how this all turns out from here. So anyways, for our first segment, we are going to be starting things off with Super Mario Brothers for the NES. So let's see how we do. Alright, we'll do a one-player game, of course, and let's start off with World 1-1. Alright, let's get that mushroom right there, of course. There's a one-up. Now let's go get that fire flower. Alright, let's go grab that star now. Alright! Got 5,000 points right there at the end of the first level. That is a very good start. Alright, let's head over to World 1-2. Nice try, Goomba. There's another star. I got another one up. Alright, that's another level completed right there. And we get another 5,000 points. Well done. Alright, time to head over to World 1-3. Alright, 5,000 points once again at the end of that level. And this time we will get one firework there. That's very nice. Alright, let's head over to World 1-4. Let's try not to get too close to those fire bars. Ah, dang it! There goes my fire flower. That was not very good at all. Alright, let's see if we can take down Bowser. Alright, yes we will. Thank you, Mario. But our princess is in another castle. Alright, let's head over to World 2-1. Alright, got that mushroom. And we got our fire flower back. Yeah, get out of here, punks. Alright, there's our star. And we successfully beat that level as we got ourselves another 5,000 points. Sweet. We also do get one firework there as well. Alright, on to World 2-2. We're now getting ready to go underwater. Oh, nice try, Cheep Cheep. Alright, we made it through that level very well. And there's another 5,000 points. That is fantastic. Alright, on to World 2-3 now. Ah, shoot. That flying Cheep Cheep got me so good. But at least we do get an extra life right there for collecting 100 coins. Oh, I was lucky of how I knocked out that flying Cheep Cheep after I got the mushroom. But I already lost it so fast. That was ridiculous. Alright, so there's another 5,000 points once again. Alright, heading over to World 2-4. Alright, let's grab that mushroom right over there. Oh boy, that was close. Alright, it's time to battle against Bowser again. Ah, dang it. He hit me with this fire, but thankfully we are still gonna beat him. Thank you, Mario. But the princess is in another castle. Alright, it's time for World 3-1 now. Alright, I'll take that mushroom. Alright, let's go grab ourselves another star over here. I'll gladly take that fire flower as well. another 5,000 points once again. That's awesome. Alright, let's move on to World 3-2. I got that star right over there. Oh shoot! That was stupid of how I lost my fire flower right there. But at least we still beat that level, as this time we do get 2,000 points. Okay, now on to World 3-3. Alright, so there's a mushroom right over there. Oh, come on! That was not fair of how I got hit by that Koopa. Ah, damn, I was too late in trying to time my jump just right. So I'm only going to get 400 points at the end of that level. But it is what it is. But at least the nice thing about it is that we do get 6 fireworks. But let's see what happens now as we go to World 3-4. Ah, dang it, I missed out on that mushroom right there that I was trying to get. Alright, back to face it against Bowser. And we got him! That is how I roll. Thank you, Mario. But our princess is in another castle. Alright, let's go ahead and move on to World 4-1. Now we gotta watch out for Lakitu and his Spinies here. And we do have ourselves a mushroom right here once again. Alright, let me go get some coins from this block very quickly. Oops. Alright, looks like it's going to be 2,000 points on the flagpole. That's not too bad. Alright, on to World 4-2. Alright, let's grab that fire flower. Oh no, you don't. Alright, let me look for a coin block around here somewhere. I found it. I barely got enough coins from that right there so I could get myself an extra life. We'll go ahead and get some coins with these hidden blocks as well. Yeah, get out of here, piranha plants! Alright, that does it for that level. And we get 5,000 points this time on the flagpole. That's what I like to see. And we also do get one firework as well. Alright, on to World 4-3. And by the way, I would like to point out something pretty interesting about today, because not only is today Easter, it also marks another special occasion for my family, because today actually happens to be my little brother Alex's birthday, so shout out to him if he's watching this. And basically, for my little brother Alex's birthday today, he is turning 22 years old, so hopefully everything is well with him. Alright, anyways, we do get 5,000 points at the end of that level. Now it's on to World 4-4. And speaking of my little brother Alex, I want to point out as well right here that around the beginning of this year, he actually moved to California right here. So he's basically no longer living with me right here. So now that he's got a place all to himself right here, hopefully he's enjoying it overall. Thank you, Mario. But our princess is in another castle. So yeah, just beat Bowser once again right there at the end of that level. Now it's time to go to World 5-1. So yeah, while my little brother Alex is no longer living with me right here like how I used to be in my past, he will still come over right here on some specific times of the year. But no matter what, he's still a very nice part of my family, for sure. Oh, darn it. Now we're going to lose one of my lives, all because I died right here to that paratroop. That's alright, let's try it again. Alright, that's better. And we are going to get ourselves 5,000 points at the end of that level. Okay, let's move over to World 5-2. But yeah, just so you guys know, right now of how things are in my family at this moment, I'm basically only living with my parents and my pet cat right now. So basically, ever since my little brother Alex made a move over to California where he now lives, basically I'm the only brother in the family right here that's living with my parents. Ah, jeez, that has gotta hurt right there. I can't believe the Hammer Bro just tricked me. Alright, let's try this again. Alright, got that mushroom again. And we're lucky that we actually didn't get hit by the Hammer Bro this time, even if we did get that power up. So, it certainly helps out right there for sure. Ah, come on, you gotta be kidding me. Curse you, Hammer Bros. Let's go grab that mushroom over there now. Alright! We got ourselves 5,000 points at the end of that level. Okay, now on to World 5-3. But yeah, with what I was basically saying earlier, with today being my little brother Alex's birthday, it really is quite interesting that Easter is on the same day as one of my brother's birthdays right here. Yeah, it really makes things quite more exciting right here when there's two special occasions happening at once right here. Alright. So we unfortunately lost one of our lives just a moment ago when I fell off right here, but things happen like that sometimes. But thankfully this time we will make it to the end of that level, as we do get 5,000 points. Okay. Let's see what happens now in World 5-4. I'm glad we were able to get that mushroom there just fine. Oh, somehow I actually was able to go up there. I didn't think that would actually work out very well, but it did. Alright, let's once again take on Bowser. Ah, jeez, he hit me, so there goes my mushroom again. But thankfully we are still gonna beat him. Thank you, Mario. But our princess is in another castle. Alright, let's move on to World 6-1. Lakitu and his Spinies are back to try to get revenge on me. Alright, we will get that mushroom right there. Oh no! That was so wrong of how I fell down that hole. You gotta be kidding me. Alright, we have 3 lives left here. Let's try to be careful. Alright, there we go. That's more like it. We do get 5,000 points at the end of that level. We're also going to get 6 fireworks on top of that. Alright, anyways, let's go ahead and move on to World 6-2. So we are going to get a mushroom right there. Alright, we can get ourselves a star right over here. Alright, that's another level completed. And this time we end up with 2,000 points on the flagpole. Alright, let's head over to World 6-3. I'll gladly take that fire flower. And there's another extra life right there for collecting hard coins. Ah, dang it! I was not paying careful attention at all there to that bullet bill that was coming by. Oh well. But thankfully, we still made it to the end of that level as we do get ourselves 5,000 points. We're also going to get one firework there as well. Alright, let's head over to World 6-4. Oh no! Crap! I died while trying to get the mushroom. That was not fair. Alright, we're back down to 3 lives right now. Okay, there we go. That's better. Ah, shoot. That was embarrassing of how I already lost my mushroom, all because of the fireball hitting me. Oh boy, I don't know about this. Alright, we still got past that part, but let's see if we can take down Bowser. But now he's gonna be tougher, all because he's got hammers out. Alright, we still beat him! Thank you, Mario. But the princess is in another castle. So now we're gonna head over to World 7-1. Boy, that was close! I'm glad we're still fine right now. Oh boy, there's more Hammer Bros over here. I'm getting kind of nervous. Alright, we're safe there. Now let's try to be very careful going for this mushroom. Alright, we got it. Alright, 5,000 points right there on the flagpole at the end of that level. Alright, let's go to World 7-2 now. And it's time to go back underwater. I want to try my best here to be very careful with these bloopers that are right nearby me. Ah, dang it, I got too close to that blooper, so I lost my mushroom. Now this is where we really gotta be careful. Oh! Dang it! That blooper just ran right into me right there. Alright, 2 lives left. Go! Come on, let's gotta hope for that blooper to move over so I can have plenty of room to get by here. Alright, we're fine. Oh, it's too late in trying to time my jump just right there. So it looks like we're only going to end up with 800 points on the flagpole this time. But it happens. Cut. So it's on World 7-3 right now. Oh boy, that was lucky of how I survived that. Oh! Dang it! There was nothing much I could do right there while I was trying to survive. Oh well. Alright, let's see what we can do with our last life here. Oh boy, I literally just got lucky like that again. Okay, so we are gonna get that mushroom, and we already lost it! Gosh dang it, I didn't want to see that. But at least we are still going to beat that level, as we're going to end up with 2,000 points on the flagpole this time. Okay, let's see what happens now in World 7-4. It's back to battling against Bowser. Let's see what we can do about this here. We took him down once again. Thank you, Mario. But our princess is in another castle. It's off to World 8-1. Just got one more world left to try to get through in the game, but the problem is that we only have one life, so this is going to be pretty tough right here. But you never know what could happen. Alright, let me wait for these paratroopers to get by right here. Alright, should be good. There we go. Now let's go ahead and get that star. Alright, now let's try to be very careful with our jumps. Alright, we are safe. And we made it to the end of the level, just like that. We are going to get ourselves 5,000 points right there, and we also get 6 fireworks. Awesome. Alright, now on to World 8-2. I'm not going to bother trying to go for all those coins. I don't want to risk dying to a spiny